Hello everybody, welcome on back. I'm Orion. We are back with the public beta for yet another Zombie Survivors. I got some sort of bad news. We're kind of gonna be stuck in the same thing for a little while here. So what we're gonna do today is we'll run the tank, and I'm gonna show you here in a second. So the other day we did infinite mode and we tried out the new difficulty, and so we beat this, and so of course we get to difficulty 2 now. The only problem is, and this kind of sucks, if we go to the next map and I want to do infinite, we're back at level 1. So this is going to take me hours of grinding to get everything up to level 3 for each level. That's a huge disappointment. I guess it's been a while since I had to do this, but that that sucks. That hurts because I don't want to have to play. So this is literally 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours worth of grinding I need to put into this game just to unlock the third stages for these. So whatever. We're going to do infinite. We're going to run difficulty level 2. Let's get rid of these ones. And again, we're going to be running the tank today. So let's go with like kinetic. We'll do a tank SWAT. I think we'll do a tank SWAT medic build. So maybe let's go with like XP modifier or health regen. Let's go with one of these. So we'll run the health points, we'll run the damage, just straight up damage, we'll run the kinetic tag, and then let's run the health regen. So again, we're just gonna be stuck on difficulty 2 and then difficulty 3. Once we get to difficulty 3 on this map, that'll be fine. But the problem here is just gonna be, if I want to play the other maps, I need to grind at least an hour on those to unlock those, because you have to, a victory for this counts as 30 minutes. So just be prepared if you want to unlock the third difficulty levels on all of these. You're gonna need to play for quite a few hours. Again, not like a huge deal, but the fact that I have to grind for 4 hours before I can get to the in-game content, that seems rough for me. That is rough for me, because just the amount of stuff I play and the amount of content I try to put out, that's hard. But that's life. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's fine. But it does kind of suck having to play the lower level difficulty stuff when you're literally already maxed out on everything. Just my thought. Some other games kind of do stuff like that too, and it does get kind of frustrating when you have to re-grind all the low-level stuff even though your character is like literally maxed out. Some stuff feels like it could be maybe retroactively applied to your account, you know? But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. We'll get there eventually. Hopefully by 1.0 release, we can be there. Or not by 1.0 release, by the time the live version of this updates, which gives me probably about a week or 2. So hopefully by the time that happens, we'll be full. So again, this is going to be pretty similar to what we did the other day then. You know, this will be like, we'll survive for, I don't know, 40-ish minutes, somewhere around there. Because I don't want to invest, again, I don't want to invest a lot of time doing this, especially if I have to grind a lot. Let's do this one. This one's probably the best. I want to kind of like save, I'm trying to save the content, all the meaty, grindy, the builds, the excitement of trying to survive as long as we can until we get to the harder difficulties. So I may do video content just grinding out the maps, or we could just kind of jump into tier 3, but then we would only be doing this map for a while. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We got some time to decide, sort of. I'm also gone all weekend, so if you're watching this, I am on vacation. So to help with, I mean, I don't even know if it helps with burnout, because I don't have burnout ever. You know, I've been doing this for, at least, I mean, never say never, but I've been doing this for like 2 years straight now, every day. I don't know if I've missed a day in 2 years. Putting out almost 2 videos a day. Okay, so again, this is unlimited items. So we don't really have to be super critical about what we take. We can just kind of, if it looks like a good item, I'm gonna take it. That's kind of the gist of this. If we see a good item, we take it. Okay, pump action. So yeah, if you want to see, maybe. What do we want to do? What was the other one? I forget what the third weapon is for this character. We have minigun, we have rocket launcher. What was the other one? Like a super shotgun? If it's a super shotgun, I'm gonna wait for that. But yeah, just hold up. Okay, we'll do the super. You know, you just gotta hold out a little longer, and then we'll start doing that meaty content with some of the new builds and all the new items. Because there's a lot of new items, a lot of different types of builds you can do here, especially with items that convert damage types over to something else. So we could basically, you know, like we can convert all electric to ice, maybe. I don't know exactly what the conversions are. I don't know if it's everything. I don't think it's everything, but you know, we'll be able to look at some of the conversion types and see what kind of builds we can do with that. Like convert everything over to chemical, convert everything over to ice. I don't know. There'll be some fun things to attempt though. I'm excited. I'm excited about this update. Okay, super shotgun. I'll have to grind. Here's what I'll at least do. I'll at least grind out this map, and we'll at least grind out the new map. So let's do that. So that way we're at least doing the new map too. Okay, that'll be the priority. Let's do cooperation. Ability is now shared between all survivors. I think that's what we'll do. We'll focus on getting this to tier 3, which we'll literally do today if we survive for 30 minutes. And then I'll work on getting the train station. We'll work on getting the train station to tier 3. Okay, I guess we're liberating this again. I don't think we can't do too many more liberations, so I gotta get, I gotta get the medic and SWAT character next. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. That's pretty much an 80% XP boost for the majority of the game. I think this game does a decent job with their updates too. I know they're not as super. They're a little. I don't know. I don't want to say they're like a long time between updates. I think it's like a fair amount. Let's do shrapnel. I think it's a fair amount of time, but it is you know, a decent amount of time in between updates. But I think when they do put out updates, I do think they are pretty meaty and substantial. You know, they add a lot of new items, they add new character, they add new maps. And for this game, I think that's huge, because when you drop a new character, it's not just a character with different stats, you know, it's a character with a whole set of abilities and their own sort of gameplay style. You know, other games, when they drop characters, they just are probably literally just stat differences, you know? Like, if it's a Brotato type game, you know, a new character in that game is just, you know, different modifiers. Like, okay, this character gets 10% attack speed for every melee weapon they have, and bam, that's it. Not to say that that doesn't take balancing, but when this game puts out a new character, it's a lot more, you know? It's a lot more than just a skin of someone that has different stats. Like, every character has just way more. Wow, that was pretty big. Each character just has way more stuff. So this game will have one more character, I think, before they launch into 1.0. Maybe it will be part of 1.0 release too. Maybe when they drop their new character, they'll be part of 1.0. But you know, there's one more spot left. We can go attack speed. Okay, we really need to get, where's my last SOS, or my next SOS? Because I really need to get another character here. Okay, we'll do basic, 30% damage to basic enemies. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I guess I'm gonna have to use rerolls because I'm not liberating again. I have to get. Ugh. I was really hoping for SWAT first, but medic's fine. If you're a Deep Rock Galactic Survivor fan, if you're just catching this channel now because of this game, or if this is usually one of the games you only watch on this channel, Deep Rock Galactic comes out to 1.0, and that's going to be probably pretty huge, because Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, I would argue, is the largest, maybe the second largest. No. I mean, you can't beat Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is always going to be number one, I think. Soulstone Survivors, maybe number two. But I think Deep Rock Galactic Survivors is right there. And in my personal opinion, it's the best Survivor game out there. I think this one's pretty good too. I think this is probably a pretty confident top 5. I think I would put this top 5. In my personal opinion, this is probably like number 2. I prefer this one over Soulstone Survivors and Vampire Survivors. I don't like Vampire Survivors. I never got into that one. So this is probably, like my number 2, with Deep Rock Galactic Survivor being number 1. But anyways, that comes out into 1.0 in a couple weeks, and again, I'm going to keep advertising this. I'm going to be doing live streaming for like 2 days, maybe 3. I do have 3 days off work, but for now I only have 2 days planned. And we're going to be doing Deep Rock Galactic Survivors for pretty much all day. So if you want to catch a live stream, look when that game comes out to 1.0, because I think it's the 18th or the 17th. September 17th or 18th, one of those days. But make sure to check in, because I don't do live streams often, so it's like, it's a special occasion. I should live stream more though, to be honest. I should try to live stream once or twice a week if I can fit that in. It's just so much easier to create video content though than to do live streaming. All right, let's see. Total number of tag points is shared equally. Oh, this is a new one. This is a straight up one for all. That's gosh, what's that show? I know what it is. God, Academia, My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. So let's see. Total number of tag points is shared equally among all the weapon types. When equipped with Ultra Instinct effect is overridden to instead add 5 to all tags. That's kind of fun. That's fun. Not for this build, but that's a fun item. That's another thing we could do, you know, that's another thing we could do for our builds. Let's do the giant crab. That's a new item I didn't necessarily notice. A lot of these items I haven't noticed before. I kind of briefly went through the item list when the update dropped, but I didn't really dig deep into what all the new ones were. So I'm still kind of discovering what those are. But that's another one to do a build on. Okay, then what do we want to take? Do we want to take the syringer or do I want to take the chemical flask? I think we'll do the flask. No, maybe the syringer. Whatever shows up first. We'll call it like that. Whatever shows up first we'll take. We're not going to do the ice. We're going to go into chemical for this one. So, oh no, we have both of them. Okay, I'm going to do... You know, it's a tie. Okay. All right, let's one reroll. Dang it. All right, 2 rerolls. Yes. Okay, they're swapped. Okay. I'll just wait until only one of them shows up. I don't want to be the decider. Okay, flask it is. Probably pistol. Yeah, let's do the pistol. Let's try to get that up. Oh man, did I not pay attention to this again? I'm really bad at that. We'll be able to get all 3 though. Okay, we could do the Ring of Power now. We'll be able to get the bonus for that. Okay, we're gonna take Kinetic here. Okay, good. Kinetic showed up, so... To me, the game does feel harder too. The game definitely feels harder. I do think they made the game more difficult. Just based on the few games I've played, definitely feels harder. I'm not quite sure what we do with this guy yet. With the SWAT. Sniper, assault rifle, and again, I forget what the new weapon is for this character. I'll have to look. Okay, I don't think we're gonna do any taunts this time, so we won't take that one for now. Gives a 15% chance for ability to... We could probably do that one. Yeah, we could do nuts and bolts. I think we'll put it on the medic. We'll take one just for streamer protection. You know, if I had revives in Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, you don't know how many times that would have saved some of my videos. It would have saved so many runs from just a few oh shit moments. There's no revives in that game though. Man, I forget what the third weapon is. Every character got a third weapon with the last update, and I forget what it is already. I want to say it's something explosive, but I'm not 100% sure. If it is explosive, I don't want it. We'll probably go with this. Yeah, it is a grenade launcher. Okay. That's going to be explosive. Let's do the sniper. We don't really do the sniper a lot. There's a reason I don't really do the sniper. I'm not really a fan of it. I generally prefer the faster shooting weapons, so I really like the assault rifle. Been waiting for Medicaid to finally show up. I'm gonna banish Jacob's Ladder. So like now kinetic damage now causes bleed instead of injured. That's actually probably pretty good. So it doesn't, okay, so this doesn't change the tag type, but now instead of doing bleed, it'll do injured. Or instead of doing injured, it'll do bleed. So bleed, I think, is technically better than injured. So maybe we do that. Then we get +2, because it doesn't change the tag type. It just changes how. That's kind of what I thought it would do. I thought it would change the tag type, but this doesn't. It just says kinetic damage now causes bleed instead of injured. So it just changes the effect of it. So actually, now that I'm thinking of that, since it doesn't change the tag type, oh man, I should have thought that one through a little bit more. Since it doesn't change the tag type, that means our bonus is only going to be based on this. All right, that was the mistake. I thought it would be fun to try something different, but yeah, we lose out on all the tags. Like literally what I was saying, since it doesn't change the tag type. So now we do bleed, but at a much lower rate. Oh well. That's a good time to learn this lesson, because we only have to survive 30 minutes. And that totally hurts our build, honestly. That hurts our build a lot. All right, let's do, I think we'll do infinite. That way my sniper rifle always ricochets. So yeah, that's probably better. That's probably better if you're doing a slashing build. You know, if you're doing a slashing build and you just want to convert some of the extra damage you have over to bleeding also. That's what that's for. But again, luckily this is just difficulty 2, and I just need to survive for 30 minutes to get the win here. That's all I care about. 30 minutes. Maybe we can get the one that converts converts everything back. Or I mean, I guess I could just get rid of that item, huh? Actually, I wonder if I can. Ooh, interesting. See, electric damage now causes toxify instead of electrified. Implosion chances doubled. You know, this might be our first reroll. I'm gonna banish this one because we're not gonna do any frozen. I don't like this new item. I really don't like that it decreases our max HP. I think that sucks. I think we'll take Torchlight though. Yeah, I can't. There is an item that lets you swap items. There's like a shovel. Maybe if the shovel shows up, we'll pick that so I can get rid of this item. But yeah, I don't think we can just... Too bad you can't just get rid of an item. If this was a normal run, we'd be able to swap it out, but I don't know how that works with infinite. I don't see how we replace items. Other than that new item, the shovel. That might be the only way to do it. Chemtrails, because we are more on the chemical side of this, especially since we just lost all our kinetic tags. think our saving grace here is going to be that the enemies just don't really do a lot of damage. And then hopefully if we can get... I'm going to need to probably get like a vampire survivor or something. Go weapon damage on tank. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Oh, this one's... This one's interesting. Gain an additional item slot. This effect persists after this item is swapped. Oh, nice. That's not necessarily useful for this, but definitely useful for the main game. Okay, but we're gonna take the first reroll. We're gonna go for experiment 21 and then we're gonna take the poison, the chemical. Honestly, now I'm even questioning getting to 30 minutes. Let's see. Oh, we could do every 2 points of movement speed increases chemical damage. Maybe. Or we could just do critical chance. How much health do we have? Not, I guess we don't have, I forget how much we start off with, but that's not a lot. Let's do... Alright, let's go toilet paper, I guess. Well, might as well go shrapnel, get at least that extra bleed. That killed us, man. That killed us. Because, I mean, look how many kinetic tags we had. I mean, we were doing increase all damage received by 32%, and now we're just doing 14% chance to bleed with, and we don't even have the 10 tag bonus. We don't even get the 10 tag bonus. Oh my gosh. That's a build killer. Like, that literally kills this build. Oh boy. Oh boy. Dude, look at this. Like, look at... Alright, just like pay attention to when it happened. Just the amount of damage reduction we got. We lost so much damage from taking that. I don't think there might be a way we can maybe get a bleed item so we can get that, at least get that 10 tag bonus. But other than that, we're shit out of luck. Until I can find a way to drop that item. And as I mentioned before, I do think the game is just harder in general. But we would have been fine if we didn't screw that up. We could probably take this 15% critical chance. I should actually, what I should do is I should start doing this. Lock that down and re-roll. Use my free re-rolls. Man, I wish I could drop items. Drop. Drop. Get rid of. Delete. Oh, we could get bleed. Ooh, we took a lot of damage there. We can get the bleed tag here. All right, let's do Hoarder. Ah, come on. Did I not get that, really? How much do I have to be on that? Oh my gosh, I just ate so much damage. Get one more. We have 25 seconds. I was coming up for this thing. Let's go down. Okay, let's do weapon crit chance on tank. Do ability damage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's do health regeneration. Guys, we just have to make it 30 minutes. That's all we have to do, 30 minutes. Okay, let's do slashing. Okay, that at least gives, okay, that's gonna be helpful because now we at least get the bonus. So now we're at least gonna get the each bleeding tick has a 7% chance to proc open wound. That will help. It won't be insane help, but it'll help because at least we'll get that bonus. We just need to survive, guys. That's it. We're just surviving to 30 minutes. We have 4 minutes left. At this point, with the way we screwed this up, I'll take it. If this was a normal run, you know, like a real build run, I probably it would have sucked, but I definitely would have restarted. I would have been like, ah, damn, we're definitely gonna redo this, and I would have just wasted like 30 minutes of my video doing this. But since the goal for right now is just to get to 30, that's what we're doing. We're getting to 30. 3 minutes. If you're below level 100. Oh yeah, this was kind of this is not gonna last very long, so that's a no. Let's do the coffee cup. All right, 90 seconds. We can do this. Oh, come on. Come on. We can do this. Just literally 1 minute more. The health regeneration is really strong right now. We still have our revive too. Like, at this point, I don't even think it's worth trying to get those. 20 seconds, that's it. Holy cow. Okay, we did it. All right, we're done. I'm getting out of here, guys. This is not the build to keep running around. We're done. We'll jump into the next video and we'll be able to do, I'll either start working on the train or we'll start doing tier 3 difficulty on this one, but without a totally screwed up build that totally ruined everything. Let's go ability damage, ability duration. Okay, that was our revive. All right. Doesn't matter. We did it. You succeeded. 30 minutes. Wow. This item right here, that screwed us. All right. So damage wise, super shotgun number 1, saw blades number 2, antidote flask number 1, nothing else of note, and then sniper number 2, I guess, number 1-ish. I mean, ricochet is part of sniper, so damage here kind of sucks overall. That was a really interesting run. I like these new items, but we totally misplayed that. Literally as soon as I clicked it, I was like, wait, we don't have the injured tags. I was just like, oh sweet, it'll now apply injured instead, and injured's much better, I think, than kinetic, or bleed is much better than injured. And then I realized that, oh, it's probably going to only work based on the tags, and if we only had so many slashing tags, that sucks. So yeah, this works best. Like, this would have worked best if we had like a ghost, if we had a ghost, and then who else does a lot of bleed? Like the pyro probably does a lot of slashing. I think ghost does a lot of slashing. This guy has a little bit of slashing. Like, I think saw blades are slashing. Maybe that's it. Yeah, so it definitely would have been Ghost, maybe Pyro, and then if we had another class, we could have switched all their damage over to bleed also, which would have been probably pretty good. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Make sure you have 2 characters that are building up slashing, and then a kinetic character, which we would have converted everything over. So I big misplayed that. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.